I met Calvin, and I gave him an idea for a trigger, a Savage 110 trigger, and I said, this is what I'd love to see. And this was just in the middle of a job interview. I wasn't expecting him to come back with a product. And he came back a week later, and he had this trigger, and it was beautiful, and it was exactly what I had explained I was looking for. And Calvin was able to hear what I had to say and turn it into a physical product, and I'd never worked with somebody like that before.
And when he gets going on something, he stays on it and stays focused on it. The stuff he comes up with is amazing.
He's an engineer, he's a machinist. I can't do any of that stuff. I don't know how to turn a machine on. I don't know anything about, I can't do math. But when he and I get together and he starts talking about a project, I know he's going to take that to fruition. It's going to be successful. He knows I'm going to launch it to the world and tell one person at a time, so we lean off each other.
Calvin's a genius. There's no two ways about it. We present him with a platform that we would like a better trigger for, or that our customer is asking for. And he thinks about it, and he goes home and he thinks about it, and then he works on it a little bit, and then it's just like a savant goes, bam, here it is.
Well, I got into RC boats before I was married, and I got married in 1984, so about 82, 83 is when I've been starting this hobby. I've been making hulls since early 90s. I create all my motor mounts and my hardware and stuff. Even growing up, I always liked mechanical stuff. I was kind of mechanical, Dad had some machinery in the garage, and I was always out in the garage with him dinking around. I was up in Minnesota going to school up there in the early 80s, and there was a boat club up there, and I happened to see one of those races, and I thought, well, that's something that would be interesting. So that's how I got into racing, running radio control boats. I'm lucky enough to have a CNC mill in my garage here where I can build my own hardware for the boats. Yeah, I ran this machine over at AT&T when I was over there. When that place closed down, I went to their auction and bought it there. So yeah, it's not the latest version of anything, but it still works and does what I need to do, I used to work for AT&T over the cable plant over here, and they closed that plant down in '04. That was a machine that I used when I was there. Bought it at the auction. I basically had two jobs in my life, AT&T and Timney. I was at AT&T for 19 years, and now it's been 18 years I've been with Timney. I didn't think the job was going to last more than 6 months. I thought, how many triggers can you make? But it's proved me wrong, We're making millions of triggers. No, 9. I was reading the wrong side. 9 pounds. Just like the other one was. Yeah. Where's your pull gauge?
Let's see what this one's got. That thing only goes to...
Triggers are a lot more precision than RC boats. It's all just a simple mechanical device, a trigger. And yeah, we can draw that up on the computer and go on the milling machine and make them, or wire EDM, make the parts, and it's all in the same lane, man. A vendor that we used at AT&T, and he was also working with John, said, I got just the place for you. So went over, met with John, and yeah, he hired me. So I never missed a day of work, which was great. He told me when I first started, we were a couple times that we were within 10 days of being bankrupt when we bought our first milling machine, and that if we didn't get it up and going. Yeah, so things have changed, and I went to him when I first started, wanted to buy an oil skimmer for $85, and he says, "Can you wait till we're making some money?" You know, so, and I don't know if we need to put all that stuff in the video, but you know, things have really changed.
I mean, literally today, we have 5 or 6 engineers who are trying to keep up with Calvin's mind. And we're trying to do kind of a data dump from Calvin's mind into 5 or 6 other engineers to continue the company and make sure that Calvin's legacy continues into the future. But it takes a lot of people to replace one Calvin. It's crazy. He's incredible.
This hobby just kind of fits my skill set and abilities, you know. I'm competitive by nature. To me, it's just a little good feeling when it's your own stuff. You know you've made it from the ground up.
Calvin is an innovator. He's the first one in Arizona that actually put together an entire monohull like he does. He machined the plug, made the molds, and make the products for people to have to race. I myself, I've been using his boats ever since he's been in the sport. He can build anything he wants to build. First it starts with a blank piece of wood, and you generate it from that.
You can buy all this stuff, you know, and put them together. The hardware, the motors, they go out. They're very competitive, yeah. I try to do it all here. You know. What makes me happy? Knowing you've done a good job and something you put together works, you know. You get a good inner feeling that it works and works the way it was supposed to, you know.